Masked Dog thinks you should do 20 squats.
Okay. Squats. Sure.
Hello.
Squats. Let's do
Hello.
Big stretch. I have a confession to make. I'm sleepies. There we go. Let's see how well I can do 20 squats while I just feel like going dead to sleep because I didn't do as much. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if I can try and pick up the pace on this. 7, 8, 9.
Quote 317. Hi Bone, how is your 68
11.
kilograms ass?
What is a Pepsi Nitro? 11, 12, 13, hello there, 14, 15, 5 more to go, 16,
Hello.
17, hello Jason, 19, 20. Thank you for the 20 squats, Bone. I don't want to do the rest of that tonight. Gib cookie? No. You know where the cookies are. You can just ask. Go on, cookie. Watch this shit. Look, cookie! There you go, Meeps. Or Jason, sorry. It's Jason's cookie. Imagine if I was able to auto-redeem another 20 squats. Another cookie for Jason. I would be so upsetties if you somehow found a way. Hang on, did I leave a way in the bot? I need to double check my bot very quickly to confirm. I haven't just like left a means open for someone to do the squats. Yeah, look at that, Meeps. Look at that. Code's stealing all your cookies. He's stealing all the cookies. You gonna let him do that? No. There is...
Quote 130.
There is no...
Did you get a bikini code?
There is no command or redeem that will allow you to, like, jump ahead on the whole...
belong to me.
Yeah, see? Listen to that. You hear that? You hear that about code? All my cookies belong to them because they decide to steal all the cookies. What did they last get up to? That's a lot of words.
That voice does sound very familiar, doesn't it? Almost sounds like, I don't know, the Elder's voice.
Who's the Elder? I don't know if chat notices, but I may be a little bit under the energies. I thought I was going to be totally fine, but I didn't go to sleep until like 3 a.m. for some reason, and I've just been running off fumes ever since I've had like my 3 to 4 hours sleep. It's not even 6 right now. But I know if the minute I want to go to bed, it's, oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, Hang on. I just saw a text from my sister that I wasn't expecting. If you go... Oh. Please don't show out? What? I don't know what that means. Any whoosies. We're gonna see how long I can stay awake for while playing Kingdom Hearts. No, not Kingdom Hearts. Final Fantasy. There we go. She's coming over in the next 5 minutes and the text was sent 4 minutes ago. No, the text was sent 40 minutes ago. And it was asking if I was going to be seeing her tomorrow, like, late morning, early afternoon. And I'm gonna be real with you. I did not have that kind of plan in my head. Shout out the clips that we have. We're embarrassing. Oh, nah. I do that with Code and I do that with Blue because I'm trying to make them embarrassed. So, you still got intro fighters on. Yeah, we can keep it on for a little bit while longer. I still have to, like, get to somewhere. Although I will stop the music in the background. Because that nonsense is not gonna fly. Alrighty then. So something has happened. I need better clips. I need better clips too, Code. Do you have a cool clip? Where am I going? This way. I have not had any good clips for like a month now. Like, some people do this thing where they'll do a clip just to whatsamahoozy, just to see like what they might have missed in an advertisement, for instance. And it's like, I'm fine if you're like, you know, needing to quickly see what you missed, but you don't need to save the clip. That doesn't need to happen. And I think it's an automagic thing on mobile devices that they auto-save the clip rather than allowing, like they do on PC, where they allow you to do edits and what have you. Alright, so, where am I going? A swift departure over at the short pier, which we can do so from the markets. Unless... Alright, let's see how quickly we can get there from... Who's these intro fighters. I know intro fighters is running off right now. I am just leaving it as is because there is a part of me that is wondering whether I'm going to continue playing this game while being, you know, sleepies. That's the word. Because I didn't do a lot of sleep. Who knows? Maybe the energy will wake me up and such like that. But these guys, these intro fighters will probably, you know, keep some people entertained. Plus, it means people are talking because, hey, guess what? Someone's gonna have to take on Jason. Oh, look, it was Bone. Congratulations, Bone. You defeated Jason and his 9 kills. Please do not wake me up with squats. I understand you might want to wake me up with squats, but not in that kind of sleepy. I am not in that kind of sleepy where it's like, oh, I need energy. It's like it's the evening. It's taking like all my brain power to be sitting. Alright. I informed Tataru of our coming. She and Hancock should be waiting for us in the Ruby Bazaar. Then it is here we part ways. Best of luck to you and yours in your piratical endeavors, I suppose. I'm going to wake up very quickly. Apparently so. Sometimes the body does not do... Like, short of someone coming into my house right now, I don't know if there's going to be something that's going to, like, you know... wake me... Like, sustainably wake me up. Like, something might spook me and wake me up for like a good minute or two, but yeah. My god, how did I used to do this as a teenager? I used to have like ridiculous sort of sleeping hours. I'm half expecting Moist Critical to like jump scare me right now. Like, it's just in my brain, and if I say it now and it does happen, then I was right. But if it doesn't happen, then I'm probably just going to be stir crazy for a little while until it does happen. Nah, okay. Nyom. Damn, the music in the background is soft. Works out well for me. Although, what the hell is going on with my CPU? Return to the Ruby... I love how it says return to the Ruby Bazaar, but really, it wants me back in the Ruby Bazaar offices, which is entirely different from just the Ruby Bazaar. Welcome back, everyone. Congratulations on a job well done. It is a pleasure as ever to see your smiling face, Tataru. Less so yours, Hancock, though Rasho and I sincerely grateful for your assistance. The pleasure was all mine, Master Alphanod, I assure you. Anyway, you will be glad to hear that I have already chartered passage for you back to Limsa Lominsa. The ship is to leave port this very day, but the captain has agreed to wait until the 4 of you have boarded. The 4 of us? You mean to stay here in Kugane? Yes. I gave it some thought, and I realized that even with Doma free, there's still a need for a woman in the middle. Maybe even more than before, considering all the friends and allies you made. As I told her many times before, I would be more than willing to assist you. And as I told you many times before, I am not going to let you worm your way into our affairs and exploit our connections for your personal gain. Must you always presume the worst? So there you have it. I will remain here for now. You needn't worry. I'm a regular at the hostelry and a half a dozen other local institutions. Everyone loves me. Well, you need more people to get in there and such like that. All right, let's see. How is Code gonna do? Oh, got a good hit into bone there. Let's see. Let's see. Is it gonna be the? Oh no, he got stabbed again. Unless, ooh. All right, one more hit. Can he get the hit on before? Oh my goodness, he got the hit on bone. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Code did it. So go on. Don't let me keep you. Buy your supplies and souvenirs while you still can. When you've finished, make haste to the docks. Pier number 2, to be precise. I will be waiting for you there. Alright, this way. I wonder, is my sister... Has she sent me a message back? I asked her what's happening tomorrow, and she has not answered me. I think there's a part of her that has realized that I might not be able to go to whatever it is she thinks I was going to go to. Dun 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 dun. All right, so. Dun 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 dun. Note to self chat, do not stay up for long hours like the previous night. the brain will not know how to properly, you know, interpret the rest of the day. Even if you try and, like, you know, hunker down on, like, caffeine and shit. Because I have definitely gone through an iced mocha and a cola and some food. And I feel like just, you know, laying in bed. But I think my brain is in this really weird, like, half mode where it doesn't want to do anything, but the brain wants stimuli, or else it won't, you know, it'll get just a bit angies. First to arrive, as always. Hopefully, the others will not be far behind. Bim, 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 bim.
Ah, there you are. All packed and ready to go?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. Apologies for the wait. The task of tying up loose ends invariably takes longer than one allows. Happily, however, all now seems to be in order.
Yay.
Then there's nothing left to do but to board the ship.
No.
Do try and enjoy the journey, won't you? It may be your last chance to rest for a while.
Code just has a sword, just making it completely unfair to Jason. Yep, there we go. And then, yep, there.
That would depend on the good captain's choice of route.
As ever, Tataru, I pray you take all due precautions while making your inquiries. Better to avoid the local authorities altogether than risk a repeat of our Ishgardian episode.
Yep. Wait, what Ishgardian
And what
episode?
sordid episode is this, pray tell?
I've honestly forgotten.
Not to speak of, I assure you.
You there! Hold that ship!
Oh, is it? Yep. Sounded familiar. It's Han.
What are you two doing here? Shouldn't you be in Doma?
Shouldn't you? You left with nary a word. I half wondered if I had done something to offend.
Upon learning that you had departed for Kugane, we immediately resolved to give chase. Our comrades can manage affairs in our absence, and it seemed the least we could do. You mean you came all this way just to say goodbye?
That too, aye. But there was something else I felt I had to say. You helped us win our freedom, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Accordingly, after we have established an interim government and so forth, I think it only meet that we repay the favor by dispatching our own forces to Eorzea. If you would have us.
We harbored no expectations of such generous aid, and as there is no telling when the Empire might strike back at you, would it not be wiser to concentrate your resources on the defense of Doma?
I had a mind to pursue a more aggressive defense, to which we will send forth shinobi to provinces far and wide to spread word of our victory, that we might inspire others to take up arms as we did. Even the Empire has its limits. If the Garleans cannot be certain where and when the next rebellion will take place, how can they commit another force to Doma? And besides, so long as this debt remains unpaid, how am I to face myself? And Gorsetzer?
As you wish. I will relay your offer to the Eorzean Alliance.
All of Doma is counting on you to finish what we have started. You have it in you, Lise, to seize the future you want. Never forget.
Cool.
I won't, Hien. Not your words or anything
Why
else.
is there so many knives
Everything
in
that
my
led us
head?
here, that will drive us forward, I'll carry it with me always. And that's a
yeah.
promise.
Ow. I just saw the knife just fall a little bit more. That's kind of funny.
I will hold you to that.
Did you see it?
Kind of.
Go with them to Eorzea. Tell their people of our triumph and of our pledge to stand with them.
Neat.
By your leave, I shall pave the way for our new alliance.
I will try to be less sleepy, but I might just elevate from being sleepy to being just downright tired and ending the stream like there and just sort of being like, I'm gonna go to bed and then just go clunk and then just snooze. It's very tempting. I'm already in pajama bottoms here. Like, my lazy wear is my pajamas.
Go well, my friends, and may we meet again beneath a western sky.
Alright, see yous. See you another time. Probably in the next DLC, most likely. Or in the, Endwalker DLC, I suppose. Imagine if I just, like, leaned really far back. Amazingly enough, this is actually, like, rather relaxing. Although I can see there's a bit of a lag issue, like, while staring over there. I wonder if the chemistry in my brain is, like, effed up, where caffeine doesn't actually do the caffeine thing. It just, you know, it just levels me out. Ugh. Gotta use the chair to prop me up.
I always knew that woman was unfit for command.
Wow, I bet you didn't say that in her face.
Aye, when you think of all the resources we poured into that hole, and for what?
Tribunus militum. Alright, what's this guy's biz? Why does he have such a huge fucking blade handle? Like, everyone else's is, like, more modest size, and then his is just a fucking huge one.
Wake up, Jeff. Everybody's wiggling. Wake up, Jeff. We're waiting on you.
Yeah.
The beast yet lives. Mayhap it is time I sharpen my claws. I wonder, will you walk into my parlor once more?
The fuck is he talking about? Oh, and there's the, Alamigo.
Badolorem Lupus! Come at the command of the Lord Viceroy to present the prisoner taken by the Cranie Lupi.
You're very loud. it's the little potato girl.
Xenosier Galvus, I presume.
Hi. I was expecting like a whole slew of people, but I guess one potato girl is still worthwhile.
You do have the eyes of a monster. A ravenous, insatiable fiend.
I don't know if that's appropriate to say. Hi there, Masonic. I'm a little sleepies. Who knows how long I'm going to be running the stream.
Weapon.
Yes, my lord.
Let's just have a look-sees. Alright. Could she not use weapons before?
This is...
A reward given in recognition of your service. I trust it will prove more capable than its former owner.
Lol. They are shit weapons, though. I've not bothered picking those up.
I'll not disappoint you, my lord.
Actually, a follow-up question. Why didn't I bother picking them up?
Good. Now, silence that mewling little piglet. I will not hear another sound pass her lips. Until I strip the fat from her.
Oh my god, this man is weird. Also, what's with my headphones? They are very uncomfortable right now. Hey, we're back in my hometown, Proto-America. Back in Eorzea at last. Ready to pick up where we left off and finish this fight?
Hello!
We're not who we were when we left. We're stronger and wiser. So let's do it. Let's get back to Alamigo and defeat Xenos once and for all. Here we are, home at last. I must say, the journey passed more quickly than I had expected. That would be due to the absence of otherworldly interference, I expect. What? I should be glad if we did not speak of that unpleasantness again. Ow. I didn't even see what hit me. It moved so quickly, the frame rate didn't pick it up. But in spite of all that, and... What the fuck is... Why... Hang on. What's my CPU at? Ow. Oh, was I hit by like a Deku nut or something like that? Alright. What is using 100% of my CPU? Oh, Intro Fighters is using like 10%. Sorry, chat, but I'm gonna have to get rid of Intro Fighters. Congratulations, Code, for being the last man standing with 5 kills with your longsword. Congratulations. Ahem. But in spite of all that and more, we return better for the experience and, more importantly, triumphant. Indeed, and with Doma freed of Imperial oppression, it is only right that we turn our thoughts to the plight of Alamigo. Well, I'm all for that, obviously, but I think you should go and see the refugees at Revenant's Toll before doing anything else. They'll be thrilled to hear what we've accomplished, and it sounds best coming from you. Thank you. I shall do as you suggest. Admiral! See, I am not too late. Oh my god, I'm so sleepy. Admiral, what are you doing here? The East Aldenard Trading Company informed me of your impending arrival. I have tidings I thought best to share with you in person. From Gear Albania, the Alliance still holds the wall, despite several Imperial counterattacks, but we must have been unable to press further into occupied territory. Commander Kemp and his men, meanwhile, have made great strides towards rebuilding their depleted ranks. They have even taken it upon themselves to attempt some few operations, with mixed results. I am sorry to say, 'twas a complication arising from one such venture which moved me to seek you out. Huh? During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stone, did the music just stop for you guys? Yeah, the music stopped, but the sound effects kept going on. And I can see there's a little bit of a weird effect to the stream, at least visually for me. During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stones, Krill Balderson was taken prisoner. Oh, that's what was going on. Krill, do they know where she is being held? They do not, but your comrades were informed at once, and I am told Thancred is in Gear Albania looking for her as we speak. How could this have happened? We must seek out Thancred without delay. Nay, Krill taught me better than that. It would be unwise to act without first acquiring a full understanding of the situation. Cool. I'm sure she's not going to regret that as she is, being held prisoner. Thank you for informing us. Tired though we may be, we must make haste to Castrum Orens. Pray excuse us, Admiral, Lady Yugiri. God, I am tired. Da-da-dun. 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 Look at this place. Oh, what's that music? Hang on, where's it coming from? Where? There they are. What the fuck are they playing? I can't follow it one bit. Let's go. Thangri, tell us of your thingy-madoogs. There you are. You have heard the news? In broad strokes from Admiral Bloifhiswin. What happened? Krill and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Y'shtola and several other wounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment when they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arenvald and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos, what's-a-who's got captured. I will make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Do not be so hard on yourself. You protected Y'shtola and the others, did you not? Tell us about the attack. It was the skulls. They knew a path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of their leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. I'm not as strong in the echo as Grant is, of course. Half the time it's enough to knock me on my ass, like I've taken a dose of concentrated aether. So you walked in for Dola's memories. What did you see? A woman promised the world education, training, citizenship, all that and more if she but sold her soul. A traitor to her people, a pretender to her masters. It was Xenos himself that gave the order, told her to return with Krill Baldzison alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communications since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Krill or her current whereabouts. If their orders were to bring Krill back alive, we can save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intended to slip past enemy lines and see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it is up to you and our allies to command the Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted, and I will find her. Very well. I wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the castrum as we speak for a meeting with General Alland. If you hurry, you could find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I really need a spring for precision blue light filter since I'm a big gamer and I have my nose in my phone watching TV all day. My goodness, Wild Saber, you definitely need to invest in such things. Although you could also tone down on all the big games you look at on your phones. What time is it for you? I think Grant and I are going to go and see Conrad like he suggested. You all wait here. Jesus Christ. Ow. Like 3 a.m.? You should be going to sleep. I should be going to sleep. I think I want to go to sleep. Nah. Nah. Sleep might be a good idea. Conrad. Well, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? It fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and healthy. Welcome home, Liz. Grant, I'm sure you've heard about Krill by now. That's why we're here. I'm still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. Aye, I've no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass, and that's a good news for Krill. I'd like to think so, but enough about me. How is everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, and make no mistake, Arenvold's been a godsend. Him and Minago and all the other young bloods have achieved so much in such a short time. Excuse me. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames Alamegan Brigade, who've been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Armenia, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper. Believe it or not, together with the refugees returning from Old Da and everywhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting, even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose, though we've come a long way. We still have far to go, but we'll fight for every ilm, and sooner or later, we'll go to Alamigo. But listen to me prattling on when we should be making haste to Castrum Orens. There's no point you telling me everything now when you'll only have to say it all again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right. I'll go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. Cookie for Engrel. Here's your cookie, Engrel. Meow. Sleep is for the weak. True gamers survive on Doritos and Mountain Dew and an IV drip with Monster Energy in it. Oh, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. You can't have energy drink like directly into your...
Furry Cures 1221 thinks you should do 20 squats.
Can I say no to that? I want to say no to that and just go to sleep. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hand in Pippin's mission and I'm just gonna go to sleep. You have spoken with Thancred then. Good. Take heart. If anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you are ready to address Father and the others, let us be about it. Cool. That's that mission done. Alright. I... Yeah! You can sleep when you're dead. I want to sleep now. I'm gonna sleep now. Give me a second. I'm gonna throw you guys to someone. Sleepy gang. Give me a second. Give me a second. Fabupona streaming. Alright, gonna throw you to Fabupona. That is our raid message. Thank you for the short stream. Not to worry. Get some sleep for cures. It's 3 a.m. where you are. It is 6:30 for me. I think I'm going to have to call my sister, however, because she hasn't responded back to me, though. Oh, wait, she has. Okay, Okay, I'm going to need to look at that message before I say goodnight, but I'm gonna go to sleep after this. In the meantime, thank you everyone who came along to tonight's stream. Thank you for sticking around for this scuffed cringe 40 minutes. You're gonna refund those squad points? Yes, I already did do the refundies. I hope you noticed. Bye for now.